Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday. Now, as you know, we had a couple of rainy days. Things got too busy and complicated, so I wasn't able to make videos for those days, Monday and Tuesday. But today is Wednesday, and I'm back. And today we got a beautiful, sunshiny day. Now, there was an election thing. I don't know all y'all went out there and voted, but at least the Democrats took back the House, and I know some of those close Senate races that they cheated. Particularly, had some stuff going on in Georgia, so we all know they cheated as usual, to hold the Senate. But good news, at least the Democrats got back the House, and we can look forward to having some better things happen in favor of the people. For the people, supposed to be by the people. Now, on a more gloomy note about I got a topic I want to talk about today. First of all, I like to say that there's so many people who place emphasis on how much they care about the children and future generations and stuff. But I mean, we can go to the top of the ladder, and see what they're really doing to emphasize that themselves. But any event, I'm talking about New York. I happen to ended up being one of them. I never thought that would happen, but a homeless person. Well, I had to put myself back together. I just lost everything in one shot. But in any event, I'm talking about how people say they care so much about children, and I'm just doing it by the numbers, So they said the last statistics they took, but we know that might not even be right. But in any event, the last statistics they took was in July of 2018. And so then there was over, so right now it's over 63,000 homeless people. That's what they say. Okay. Now, there's supposed to have been 8.5 million people in New York City. Okay. 1 in every 128 is homeless. 1 in every 128 out of 8.5 million people in New York City. Okay, now 15,032 of those people are families. That's in the shelters. That's in the homeless shelters. So you got 15,000 families that's in the homeless shelters. Okay. 22,000. Hear this again? 22,384 of them are children. 23,000, almost 23,000 children you got in homeless shelters in New York City, one of the richest cities in the world. Okay. And and 3/4 out of all the 63,000, three quarters of them are families. So 3/4 of all the homeless people are families. 23,000 are children. Now, this is not including. There are people who not on their statistics that that's not in the shelter system. They're living on the streets and stuff like that. That goes into effect. That goes into the equation as well. And then there's this thing with the Trump administration and the immigrants. They started separating the families, taking their children away from them. And they sent a lot of them to New York City. Yeah, a lot of places open up in New York City that they was shipping them and sending them to New York City. So all that, so those children have to go into the equation as well. Now, for all these people who say they care so much about children and what's happening to children, why can't they solve that problem? Why can't they put all their resources together and get all these children out of these homeless shelters? with families, you know, in houses, you know, in schools, you know, proper medical care. Why can't they do that? You know, why can't they put all these big productions they put on and all this, you know, hula hula, you know, that they care so much about all these families and, you know, and children, especially these children. It could, you know, but, you know, it's probably twice as much, you know, with the immigrants situation and in the up-to-date count of children that's in these shelters, you know. And so I say to you, you know, only a fool is a fool that knows a fool. Only a fool is a fool that knows a fool. Mm-hmm. Who are you fooling? Fool.